It's that real life shit, nigga.
She's bad bitch. She's I like 'em, Gucci, like 'em, ratchet, like 'em. That's my type, that's what I like, hella. Yeah, you know I like 'em. Bad bitch, she's I like 'em, Gucci, like 'em, ratchet, like 'em. That's my type, that's what I like, hella. Yeah, you know I like 'em. Don't waste time, pull up so I could beat it up. Baby, bend it over, love the ratchets that could eat it up. Freak bitch, I love the beat shit, she better eat it. I'm the type of nigga, beat it down to her knee shit. Hood bitch, so she coming with some attitude. I like all my bitches, me, so baby, I ain't mad at you. Nasty, a real freak bitch from the ghetto. She a fine bitch, yeah, she stepping in stilettos. Bad bitch, she's I like 'em, Gucci, like 'em, ratchet, like 'em. That's my type, that's what I like, hella. Yeah, you know I like 'em. Bad bitch, she's I like 'em, Gucci, like 'em,
It's Ehizoje, everyone's favorite Nigerian.
You're listening to The Real Life Shit. The Real Life Shit.
The Real Life Shit.
The Real Life Shit podcast.
Hey, it's that real life shit, nigga.
Yeah. Welcome to the Real Life Shit podcast, the realest hip hop podcast in the world. We keep it real about life and all the shit that comes with it. I'm everyone's favorite Nigerian, Ehizoje, aka the Anointed One. Go ahead, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. All you gotta do is spell my name right. That's Ehizoje. Again, that's Ehizoje. And go ahead and follow the podcast too. They got their own handle. That's RLS_podcast. Again, that's RLS_podcast. And on today's episode, I got one of my co-hosts with me. So go ahead and tell people who you is, what you be doing, and why they should follow you.
Yes, sir. You know it's your boy Young Henndawg back in the building. It's a song a day. You know, spreading love and high vibrations. What better way to spread love than through these playlists I curate? Please tap in with me at JR_Ignatius on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Love to put y'all onto new artists. Doing my year-end wrap-up list right now, too. So please tap in with those. Just going over, just everything that happened in 2024. So excited to get back to it. Let's get to this pod.
Welcome back to the podcast. And shout out to my little cousin EKE on the intro. This song's going crazy right now. Ghetto with that Akon sample.
Okay, EKE.
Big things.
I see you, young bull.
Sorry.
Now, wait, is that because I've heard that's the original song? Or is that because I feel like I've heard that ghetto.
Akon's song is the Ghetto.
Okay. Does it sound exactly like that?
And then they flipped it.
They flipped it? Okay.
I could play a little bit of it.
Because that's crazy. I've heard that song before. I didn't even know that was him.
Yeah, it's going crazy on TikTok.
That's crazy.
It's going crazy on TikTok.
Okay, young bull. Number one in the streets, too.
Akon, Ghetto. Shout out to Akon, too, man.
Convict.
So they flipped the beat and then they also pitched his vocals up on that shit.
For sure. Damn, that's crazy how you hear a song like that and I just never even realized that's crazy.
Yeah.
Because I've been hearing that for a minute, actually.
Yeah, it's going crazy.
That's
It's
crazy.
been going crazy the last couple of weeks, man. Especially on TikTok. A lot of people shaking ass to it. So
I'm already knowing. My Lord.
But yeah. I know you probably watching this, episode and you're all like, EJ, you got the same things on. First off, you a lie. I changed the do-rag. I put some sunglasses on. I changed. These are different clothes, technically. These are different. It's not the same fit.
He said, let me set the record straight.
This is the same day, though. Tyra just left. This is a new episode. The reason why I need to let you guys know this is because if I stumble over my words, if I start slurring my words, it's a champagne. It's a champagne. Mimosas is supposed to be chill. Tell me why the room's spinning.
Oh, no, mimosas. Anytime champagne is involved, Nigga, no. I be putting that right after Hennessy. I'm gonna put champagne, bro. This shit dangerous.
It's real dangerous.
And this is actually back-to-back days I've been off mimosas too. So when you told me it was off mimosas, like, goddamn, it's gonna be one of them type of pods.
It's sneaking up on me. I haven't eaten no food, but I got the food ready for the moment we finish. I'm about to start digging in. But yeah, obviously there's a time of the year that we do our year in review podcast. 3rd year in a row. This year was supposed to be a little different. Obviously, if you guys have been tapping into the podcast, you know I have regular, recurring guests. And these guests, co-hosts, like Henndawg here, a couple of them have been pressing the issue with me. They're all like, why can't we have an episode with everybody? And I always push back. I'm all like, it's so difficult to schedule it.
To unite everybody like Voltron.
It's difficult. But they just keep pressing the issue. So I was like, okay, fine. Y'all got it. So about a month and a half ago, I said, hey, we're going on break because work is getting busy. But when we come back, there's going to be a special episode, year in review. Everybody pull up. Y'all been asking for it. So let's do it.
Right.
Let's do it.
Right.
One person decided to get sick.
That's crazy.
Why would you choose that? Who chooses to get sick? I don't know.
Thoughts and prayers to you. Love you.
Another person,
love you, girly,
decided to go visit family they never get to see. Like, why would you decide that?
You know, during the holidays, it's family
during
business.
The
Isn't that crazy too?
Yeah, that is real crazy.
How you gonna leave your family to go meet
Facts.
meet your family?
And then another person decided they needed to work. What? You decided to pay bills, nigga?
That's crazy,
You decided
bro.
to be responsible?
Bro, this where the money at, nigga. We run the bag up right here, bro. What you talking about? You go.
Fourth person we ain't even heard from. So hopefully you're okay.
Yeah, I hope so too. I have not heard from them either. So yeah,
hopefully you're good.
That was not great to hear.
But in all seriousness, obviously this is what happens when, us all being adults, things come up. Things, this is on the back burner. So hopefully next year we can figure something out. But
it'd be real life shit happening away from, the cameras and the pod and everything.
Real life
so
shit, nigga.
It's understandable.
Yeah.
But we'll unite like Voltron again.
Yeah, but for this year, we're going to run the 1v1 for the year in review. And then next year, I'm probably going to bring back having a special guest for the year in review. Just so that we can have as many opinions as possible when we talk about like this music. Because obviously, me and you are kind of in a similar lane. I think we're going to have different choices with our like top albums, but for the most part we listen to a lot of the similar music. I like having as many different opinions as possible,
right,
make it as diverse as possible, so we're gonna bring that back next year. But before we dive into everything, how's it going, man? It's been a minute.
Man, my guy, Chief. Man, it's been good. I know I've been really busy. I touched on it earlier just with like year-end wrap-ups with my platform with Song of the Day. 4-year anniversary for Song of the Day just came up too on the 23rd, man. So, just trying to keep pushing this shit forward and keep just trying to keep pushing this shit forward and connecting with artists. Been getting good feedback. A lot of people want to pull up here to the pod too. A couple artists I've been meeting want to pull up to the pod. So excited about getting them up here next year. So I'm excited about that. Other than that, it's just been working, bro. That's all it is. Just trying to grind and keep working. Summertime over now, so I don't really be outside like that. I barely be in LA like that anymore. This is the first time I've been in LA in like 2 or 3 months, damn near.
No, you were out here like 2 weeks ago.
Here this nigga goes, man. Wait, what happened?
You hit my line.
That wasn't 2 weeks ago. That was like a month ago. Actually, It was a month ago. My fault. My bad. Yeah, that was a month ago.
Okay, my bad. Yeah. My bad.
But I'll say this.
Tom be iffy with me. It just be one long string.
I'll say this though. Like, even though I don't live in LA, I live in Long Beach. I damn near lived out here because every weekend I was out here for something. But it ain't been like that recently. It's been real chill. So, yeah, that's about it for me. I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, that's about it, bro. I'm trying to think of fantasy basketball, bro. I'm up this year. It's the best team I ever had, nigga.
I'm happy.
And I picked 11th.
I'm happy for y'all.
It's actually better to pick later, bro. Picking early is bullshit, bro.
You pretty much get 2 first round picks.
You double up.
Yeah,
exactly.
You get 2 first round picks.
Yeah. And knock on wood, I've only really had one injury with Chet Holmgren this year. that's been major. Other than that,
I'm the opposite.
so yeah, that's the whole thing in fantasy. It's injuries
I'm the
and
opposite. Half my team was injured for 2 weeks, and I was just like, okay, I guess I just got to wait it out, and hopefully my team doesn't like implode. Hopefully it's like still close enough for me to catch back up once everyone's healthy.
yeah.
Luckily, there's people beneath me. They be talking shit every year in that group chat, and yeah, I'm never last.
That's she said.
And the people that are last somehow they get to skate by. It's just like, nah, y'all were talking hella shit. Please.
Hey, I'm not gonna let you do that though, nigga. You drafted 8 centers this year, bro. What were you doing?
I didn't.
What were you doing?
I
Nigga,
didn't.
Nobody has centers because of you, bro.
I drafted 6.
I'm not gonna let you get this shit
I
off.
drafted 6, but I drafted 6 because 2 of the centers I drafted were hurt. So in actuality, I only have 4 healthy centers. So I'm in the same boat as everybody else. But I knew because my first round draft pick was Joel Embiid, and it had already came out that he wasn't gonna be playing back to backs. He's gonna be in and out of the lineup.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I have to cover my bases. 2, Mark Williams, he got a bad foot. We don't know when he's coming back. I got him towards the end of the draft. So I was just like, okay, I could just keep him on my IR. But really, in actuality, I have 4 working centers. But it just looks bad.
It looked crazy. I'm not going
it looks
especially
crazy.
because niggas in our league didn't have centers, bro. They were just going to have to go pick up like second and third ring.
They could
string centers.
They could have made trades
that
with
don't
me,
even play.
But instead they decided to get on my head about it and be like, okay, nobody make a trade with EJ. Stick him with that team.
Is that what they were saying? To not trade with you?
It's in the group chat. I will pull this up.
Our group chat been quiet recently though, since the season started. But early, like pre-draft, yeah, it was noisy in there. Especially at post-draft, yeah. Right after the draft. It's funny.
Hold on.
But yeah, I'm trying to get back into first place, bro. I'm in second place right now. Fell back a little bit last week. Took a tough loss to the now current first place team. So yeah, I'm about to get back. Don't worry about it. I'm about to win this shit. Yeah, it's actually surprising. Our group chat been real quiet recently.
But it was way too active. I'm trying to find it.
Yeah, there was a bunch of shit being said at that time. I know what you're talking about, but there was so much shit being said.
I don't think I can find it in time to not interrupt the actual structure of this pod.
Yeah.
But if I do, I'll throw it up like on the screen right here. But yeah, they essentially were all like, yeah, don't make a trade with EJ. He should have to live with his decision. I was just like, bro, I'm a fantasy footballer. I do the basketball shit for like shits and giggles.
You said this shit for fun?
Yeah, I do it for fun, be a villain for a little bit. Y'all don't want to trade with me. That's your loss.
This shit not for fun for me. I'm trying to win this shit.
I get trophies in football. Basketball is just like, all right, let's see what we do. Let's see what we do. How do I make it fun for myself? You feel me? But yeah, nah, it's cool. It's cool though. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Cause apparently they stopped talking shit when season started. They saw my team was actually kind of nice, but it's all right.
Oh, and y'all were slipping too. Because I dropped Dalton Connect like 2 days ago because I thought JJ wasn't going to start him after Rui came back and he was healthy. And his minutes went down, his production went down. But then he started him back again two games ago. And so I was like, shit, I got to pick him back up. But because I dropped him, I couldn't claim him on the waivers.
Yeah.
Even though I had the number 1 waiver, I was willing to use that shit, actually. But somehow I just stayed up till like 1 a.m. and I got him, bro. But I was like, oh, y'all slipping, bro.
I don't know.
My team kind of nice, though. I got J-Dub, Trey Young.
J-Dub's been going crazy.
Darius Garland having a career year.
My team would be
had Chet.
My team would be a lot better if Embiid played more than 3 games this season. Kevin Durant too. Kevin Durant was gone for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, KD missed a couple weeks too.
But other than that,
he was having a crazy year.
The rest of my team actually ended up pretty solid. Like I ended up getting Cam Johnson off waivers. I had Norman Powell off waivers, accidentally dropped him. And I was just like, all right, well, it is what it is.
How do y'all drop people accidentally every year like that?
Because when you click on a player, if you like, because I know where the buttons are, so I'll click on player then go straight to drop because I know what player I want to drop. Sometimes before you hit the drop, it'll switch to the player above it. Like the actual app will like kind of like spaz out.
Is that what Nairi was talking about yesterday about how it glitches or something like that? Because he was talking about setting his lineup
For
though.
Nairi, if you pick up a player, your lineup's gonna be fucked up. Like
right
going forward,
because it'll ask you, do you want to automatically start him or whatever, and then it will change it for the whole rest of the week. Okay.
So I'm assuming that's what happened. They probably like picked up a player. You getting shit. You lost me. You can't talk no more trash to me about drafting lots. You lost already. It's Saturday. I already know I won. But but yeah, man, people are gonna have to answer for their crimes over these next couple of weeks if my players are healthy. I can't wait for MB to come back for real. But yeah, I've been good. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, I was about to. Damn, nigga, how are you?
I've been good. I've been solid. I couldn't tell this story when Tyra was on because she has a public facing job, and so I'm gonna tell you guys. And if you
We're trying to protect our political connects, yes.
And if you happen to be tapped into the sports pod, you might have heard this story, right? So it was last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I was drinking with a friend and a friend of a friend. And the friend of a friend was passed out in the friend's bed, right? So now I'm just kicking it with the friend. And we're playing Uno, just chopping it up, having a conversation, arguing over who's funnier. I know I'm the funnier person. But she went and called, she called all her, you don't know the other person. So she went and called.
I gotta hate.
She called her biased individuals and, you know.
Oh, it got to that point where we're calling people. You gotta use a lifeline.
Hey, guess what? Someone you're dating is going to say you're funnier.
Yeah, come on. What do we? You can't call your significant. That's not a reputable source. No, you can't call your significant other. That's crazy.
So we continue to play Uno. Anybody who knows me knows you're gonna get your ass beat in Uno. You play 10 times, I'm winning 6, 7 times out of those 10. You might win a couple, but 6, 7, beating that ass. All of a sudden, we hear the friend of the friend that's passed out in the bed scream something. It's like, you hear that? She was like, yeah. Then we just went on and kept playing. We just like, all right, that was weird. She screamed something again. You hear that? I don't know what she said. Okay, all right, well, back to Uno. All of a sudden, the friend of the friend is in the hallway, charging at me. And she says, stop talking shit about me. Coming straight towards me. I'm like, you are not the topic of conversation, but it's kind of weird. And she's moving kind of fast.
She was drinking before she lay down?
Yeah,
okay,
she passed out because she was drinking.
She was still drunk when she woke up, on the wake up. Okay.
So she's charging at me, and then I look up and all I feel is boom. She hit me with an uppercut. I was like, what the heck? So I move fast, right? So I get up, I grab her hands before she could swing again.
Hold on, she hit you with an uppercut?
Yeah.
And you were seated?
Yeah. Because she was standing up. She was trying to.
She says sweet chin music.
So I get up, I grab her hands. I'm like, yo, stop. Because I have her hands held on, she can't move. So she decides to bite me.
All right.
And for those of you who know me, like, well, no, I have like 4 butterfly tattoos on the top side of my forearm. She bit hella hard on my bottom right butterfly tattoo, and she would not let go. She was trying to break skin. I'm not talking about bite like, ooh, yeah, you a freak, I like that. I'm talking bite like she thought she was Mike Tyson. She thought she was Mike Tyson. So now the only thing I can...
She was Mike Tyson.
She had to. She hit me with the uppercut. She had her body me. It's like, bro, what are you doing? So I started flexing my arm, right? Because I got muscles. I got some good solid muscles, right? I know her jaw cannot compete with my muscles. So I started flexing. So she has to let go. And then I said, all right, are you good? You gonna stop? I let her hands go. Mistake on my end, I admit. Mistake on my end. She then proceeds to try to pull out my locks. So at this time, I'm just like, all right, bro, you really gotta stop. So I did what I had to do. I know how that sounds. I didn't touch her up. I didn't do nothing. I don't hit women. I don't do none of that.
Oh no, we don't do none of that over here.
But I did what I had to do to get her to let go of my hair. Sat her down. I go to the other end of the couch. My friend comes back into the picture because she evacuated from the space. You know, so timely. And now she's back on the other side.
Conveniently.
Yeah. And so we're like, yo, why'd you do that? She was just like, oh, I don't let anybody talk down on my name, this and that. We're like, bro, no one was talking about you. And then this crazy lady starts to cry. She starts crying. And I'm all like, why are you crying? And then she says, I want you to leave. To me, this is not her place.
Hold on. This is here?
I'm not saying a location.
Okay.
But this is not her place. I was just like, bro, this is our mutual friend spot. Why are you asking me?
Got you. But it's not her place, basically. She's telling you to leave from somewhere that's not her place.
Yeah. I was like, bro,
that's
what
crazy.
are you talking about?
She going through it.
But eventually I was just like, you know what? This is all crazy. So I pick up my Uno with the winning record, by the way. Pick up my drink. I head home. Next day, I don't hear a word from either of them. No apologies, nothing. Look, it could have been he ha ha type of moment.
Damn.
We could have been like, yeah, that was kind of crazy, and I would just then keep my distance, but at least they apologize. Like, look, we've all been drunk before. Drunk moments happen. Just got be an adult and apologize when those things happen. But nothing. And I was just like, all right, I can't be around you, because if you don't think that's a situation to apologize for, it must happen more often than I've been around to see.
And to this day, just no apology, nothing. They didn't even acknowledge nothing.
Nothing.
That's goofy. That's goofy behavior.
It's weird. That's what that is.
I was gonna. I didn't want to take it all the way there, but
it's weird. Nah.
I've never experienced anything like that before.
Nah, I told her before I left, I was just like, yo,
Not
you
like that.
are weird for that. You were hella weird for that.
You know, that W word.
Nah, I meant it with full offense.
Yeah.
Earlier in the day, we were helping to set up the Christmas tree. She said she didn't like Kendrick Lamar. I said, why don't you like Kendrick Lamar? You from LA? You grew up in LA. What could you have against Kendrick Lamar? She didn't have a valid reason.
See, that's
that
what
was the red flag. I should have known from then.
You should have known, nigga. But that's what I don't like, when somebody tells me about something they don't like and they can't actually give you some factual reason behind it, or give me some type of reasoning, some type of logic, or I don't even care if you relate it to yourself personally. You got to come up with something. You can't just say you just don't like somebody just because. Especially like you said, she grew up in LA. Like, that's, I don't know. I expect that from people from like down south and like in the East Coast and shit. We see that all the time on Twitter, and niggas hating. And I've been seeing that a lot recently. They talking about like Kendrick's leaning into the West Coast sound. I don't really like that.
Like, he hasn't always.
Like, what are we and if he is, so what, nigga? Y'all lean into the East Coast and down south sound. Like, why is it? It's a problem when we do it right. Like, I don't know, man. Anyways.
But yeah, that's how my last weekend went. But other than that, just been busy with work, you know, grinding, and trying to, you know, make a better life for myself, essentially, at that stage in life.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah. Other than that, let's start getting to this year in review. First up. The realest moment of 2024. What you got?
So, realest moment of 2024, there is a bit of recency bias with this.
Okay.
But I think this is on par with, like, we've had some situations in the past with like some icons that have taken on the machine.
Yeah.
And I think that what Drake is doing right now with suing UMG is really about to shake the table, for real. This has nothing to do with the beef. I know that a lot of y'all hate Drake, and it has a little
bit to do with the beef.
Of course, there's a part of it that has to do with the beef, for sure. But I think that there is actually a principle here that he's standing on, where he's taking this fight to UMG regarding just the whole streaming conversation. We've been talking about what is a stream actually worth, but this lawsuit that he's bringing
petition. It's not there yet.
That's true. So it's the pre-action, the petition. Yeah, this could really shake the whole table. I like this type of energy. Granted, I'll acknowledge he has probably benefited from this. I'm for sure he's benefited from these same games that he's trying to highlight and expose that they're doing with Not Like Us and some of the numbers with that. I'm pretty sure he's been the beneficiary of that in his career prior to this. Probably hence the reason why he's aware of the fact that this is even a possibility. But I like it though, man. I like it. It's dangerous, going against Lucian Grange and some of the powers that be, and going against a machine. But this could change everything for sure. He's one of the few artists that is big enough to actually take on the machine like this, take on the UMGs of the world, and he'll be all right. Like he doesn't have too much. I mean, I'm not going to say he doesn't have anything to lose, but he'll be all right though. A lot of artists couldn't do this. You know what I mean? It has to be the Taylor Swifts of the world, the Drakes, the icons. So it's pretty dope to see. It's dope to see. Michael Jackson did similar things to this. Prince did similar things to this. We saw how that played out for both of them. That's the only reason why I'm a little bit scared about this. Once you start going in this direction, trying to shake the table to this degree, but I'm here for it though, man. Let's get to it. What was your realest moment? Or I don't know if you want to expand upon that or
yeah. So
whatever.
Obviously talked about it with the episode with Tyrus. So if you watch episode 47, you got a general base of how I feel. Kind of mirrors your sentiments. But he told you. He told you what he was gonna do. It's in the song. He said he was gonna push the red button.
Period, I never hated. Even when
He said what he was gonna do.
metal plated. Trying to see it be
This whole time we thought he was talking about specific people in the song. And I do think he was still talking about some certain specific people, but this red button was for UMG. And he said, hey, at the end of the day, I will crash out if you need me, if you lead me to that phase in my life. Don't do it.
Please don't do it. And the breadcrumb.
Press that red button, dog. Everything forever changes. And like I said in the last episode, y'all been calling this man a pedophile for the past 5-6 months. If he didn't do everything in his power to prove that he's not a pedophile, I'm gonna be like, oh,
you did right. Then we would have to assume
maybe you are a
that there was something there.
I understand, in the black community, anything police related, we're just like, oh, that nigga snitch, that nigga rat, oh, he pussy, this and that. But this is one of those situations where it's just like, okay, please fight back, because this is one of the worst things that you could be called, which is a pedophile, dog.
Can't think of anything worse.
And
actually,
you would much rather be called a bitch or a pussy for bring up a lawsuit over it than to be called a pedophile. So Drake don't care what his public perception is, because I've seen that too. People are all like, oh, the optics are so bad on this. What's worse than what it was? What's worse than what it was, bro?
Yeah.
So I do think obviously he has benefited from, and I said this in the last episode, he's benefited from it greatly. And I don't think he's doing this for artists. But it does set a precedent, because they do cook the numbers and they make an unfair environment, an unfair competitive advantage when it comes to bigger artists versus smaller artists. But my realist,
I was gonna say right before you switch it, just the breadcrumbs are starting to make sense too, even with the 100 gigs just leaked that he put out there, and dropping all the behind the scenes stuff and all those records, and just allowing people to just directly download it and not have any middleman, so he could see what the actual numbers are. There's rumblings that he's negotiating with Universal right now on either re-ing up or going independent. So it's like, okay, so y'all over here playing with the numbers, but I'm gonna drop this 100 gigs and see what the actual numbers are. See how many people are actually coming to my site and looking at whatever music I'm dropping. So it's an interesting. It's starting to make sense. Like people are, you know, it's funny. People were so caught up in the beef. They're worried about like the quality of the music and the 100 gigs that he dropped, like with SOD and Red, Blue, Green, and all those songs. It's like that's not what that was about, bro. It's not about trying to get back or, you know, get his momentum back or put out a hit or anything. He was really trying to like test the waters and see like, okay, there's a game within a game being played. And I think a lot of people are just so caught up in this Kendrick versus Drake, they're not seeing the bigger picture. So yeah, I just wanted to touch on that too.
All right, my realest moment of the year is the battle of the big three.
Biggest the what?
Everybody that knows me and how I view music or has talked to me about music or talked to me about the big three knows I've been waiting on this for a long time. I was like, eventually they got to clash. I compared them to Yu Yu Hakusho, all the anime fans, where there was 3 kings in the demon world.
Okay.
And everybody had, you know, equal strength. So there was no movement. Nobody was able to take over certain lands, right? Because it was too dangerous. And everybody was waiting for like the one moment that was going to let them really duke it out.
Right.
And we finally got it.
Need that catalyst.
First we hear first person shooter. Then like
Biggest
that
the
comes
what?
out. Y'all better come with 3 switches. Fuck the big 3. It's just big me, nigga.
Nigga, what?
Bam. And then obviously you hear Drake's response. Push-ups. Drop and give me 50. Everybody's wondering where Kendrick at. And then we hear J. Cole's response. I don't even remember what it was called. It was
7 Minute Drill.
It was on Might Delete Later, and then he definitely deleted it later.
He blacked out on 7 Minute Drill. I don't, but I'll let you go.
I still think 7 Minute
Don't
Drill
understand
was
it.
Booty.
You do?
The actual this is part when he actually started like dissing him on
Kendrick.
on the second half.
He started doing the breakdown and
yeah,
everything.
that part was trash. Like
It was recycled. It was very
taking
recycled.
someone's game plan where they lost already off that game plan and using it as your own. Like what we talking about? Hove lost to Nas
To Nas off of
with the same bars.
That's why I said it's recycled.
With the same bars,
very recycled.
bro. Choose something else.
See, even with that, you can see his heart wasn't fully in it. Like he's like half-heartedly.
I think it was definitely in it. We've seen Cole
not when he took
beef
his
against
ball.
people.
He took his ball and went home though.
We've seen Cole beef against people. We've
know.
heard false prophets. We heard whatever the fuck he said against No Name. He either
But going back and forth with Kanye, I don't know if that's
Kanye
earning
didn't even
stripes.
go back and forth with him.
That's not really earning you any stripes. Kanye's not a rap. Like he's an artist. He's not a rapper, bro. There's
First
a
off,
difference. He's not MC. I'm talking about an MC.
This might be a hot take. If Kanye had responded, we don't get the J. Cole we get now. Because Kanye is very much that guy in the class that it sounds simple, but it would
Sci-Hi would have cooked some shit up for him for sure.
No. Fuck all that. I'm talking about
He would have gotten that room. Yeah.
because Kanye got his own bars too, and Kanye's the type of nigga where the shit sounds simple, but it's delivered in such a way that the whole group will be like, oh, like it will be some like you can do as many flips as you want, and then nigga will be like, you call that shit a diss, nigga? You smell like piss, and then the whole crowd's just gonna be like, ah. That's the
Like on some super hot fire shit.
Yeah, like even now, the moment Drake dropped that lawsuit, everybody started going back to Kanye's Like That record that they were shitting on before. It's like, where's Lucien? That's your master, nigga. And now everyone's like, oh shit, this shit's fucking fire, you know? So Kanye does do simple. If he had decided to go up against Cole, Cole probably would have lost, right? That's the first thing.
I feel a way about Cole bowing out of this big 3 beef, but I won't even go that far. He's not losing to Kanye. I'm sorry.
He would lose to Kanye. Kanye would.
Sorry. Continue.
Kanye would smoke him because whatever you say about Kanye has already been said. That's
Who has Kanye battled?
the internet.
No, come on. We're not doing that. See, come on, bro. Come on.
What is he?
We're not using the internet. I'm talking about who's the MC that Kanye has battled.
But I just said everything that you could say about Kanye has already been said. Literally. Tell me what you could say about what angle would you go? What angle would you go at Kanye that hasn't been said on the internet? That hasn't been a big thing on the internet.
I'm not saying that there is an angle, but what I'm saying is he's not battle tested.
It has nothing to do with being battle tested. You cannot bar up Kanye.
So how are you so confident that Cole could not?
Some niggas you can't bar up. No matter what you say, whatever they say is gonna have a bigger effect. That's what I'm saying. You could flip 3-4 different ways, quadruple, quintuple.
So you're saying he would win the court of public opinion, basically, just based off of
easily. Not it wouldn't even be close.
Just like one-liners.
Yeah. Like
quotable type shit, like basically.
When Cole was rapping against Wale, it was like, okay, bar for bar, let's decipher these bars. Ain't no deciphering. Kanye's gonna cook up a crazy ass beat. He's gonna make shit that's quotable and get you the fuck out of here.
And you mentioned false prophets before, where he first verse obviously for Kanye, second verse for Wale. Wale responded the next day, nigga. Yeah. So that's my dog too. He really liked that. And then I dare somebody to try Wale too.
And then No Name cooked Cole up in 90 seconds.
See, and that's crazy. Cole,
there's blood in the streets, and you talking about me? Like it's that simple shit. You feel me?
No Name was just trying to get niggas to just read, bro. And Cole got mad. Like, see, Cole just. But anyways, I want you to finish because I'm gonna keep cutting.
We're going on a tangent, but the battle of the big three.
Like that, right?
Definitely the realest moment
push-ups
of the year. Yeah, obviously we had push-ups. We had a 7-minute drill. And then when Kendrick came back with Euphoria on a Tuesday morning while niggas is at work.
Euphoria.
While niggas is at work, man.
Them superpowers getting neutralized.
And then niggas was like, oh, what's going to happen? Then we got 616 in L.A. Like, oh, he dropped again.
Crazy.
He dropped again. That was the bait.
Right, drop.
Drake should have known.
Right, drop.
Drake should have known that was the bait.
Drop.
Drake should have known that was the bait. Because then we get Family Matters. And then we get Meet the Grams. And then on Cinco de Mayo.
Dear Lord, a day that will live. We talked about this on the pod before.
Yeah, Not Like Us.
Man, what a time. Viral.
Yeah. I remember when Drake's Part 6 came out. I was outside at the club.
We was outside together.
And I listened to it for like outside. 20 seconds. I was like, this ain't the time for no.
Yeah. I was like, I need to listen to this.
I was like, it's over. I was like, so Battle of the Big Three, man. That's the realest moment.
You dedicated to. You listened to it that night in the club.
Real life shit,
I was like, I need to wait till we get home.
Yeah, I wanted to hear what it sounded like.
I couldn't.
I wanted to hear what it sounded like.
I was still just trying to absorb Not Like Us, bro. I was like, I'll listen to this shit later.
But I'm glad the person I said was gonna smoked everybody. So,
oh man, Jermaine, this guy.
Weirdest moment of the year, man. What's the weirdest moment of the year for you?
Why you being weird to me?
Weirdest moment of the year. It has to be the election. Just everything that transpired. But obviously with the final result being that, I don't care. Democrat, Republican, I really don't care about all of your political affiliations. It doesn't matter to me. But Donald Trump winning the election has to be the weirdest shit that happened this year. Because just based off the principle of it, if you have somebody that's getting elected as president who's a multiple time felon, on top of
33.
On top, those are big numbers. That's talking Scottie Pippen. That's crazy. But just off the principle of that, him being elected president, and he's a multiple time felon, on top of all the other nasty stuff he's done before this.
Sexual assaulter.
Man. At this point, I don't really know what Jay-Z said. He said streets is done, right? Yep. I don't know where we go from here, bro. Like, that's some pretty. I don't really. There's nothing to really say, actually.
Yeah,
there's nothing to really say.
I was shell shocked in the moment. Not shocked.
I wasn't shocked.
I was not shocked because I had to make sure I
disappointed, but not shocked.
I was shell shocked.
So he got elected before, so it wasn't.
Shell shocked is like a loss for words, right? So I was shell shocked in the moment just because I was like, y'all saw what happened the first 4 years.
Man.
And Biden got him out the paint. Biden was a terrible elect, but he got him out the paint for a reason, right? And it's like people just forgot. It's like they either forgot or they liked it better when they heard the rhetoric that was spewed from President Trump.
You know what it is? People are not smart. They're just not smart at the end of the day. We give people too much credit.
I mean, the numbers show that the educated by a wide margin voted for Kamala Harris. And those who didn't go to college by a wide margin voted for Trump. And that's not to say if you didn't go to college.
It has nothing to do with college, though. I'm not even talking about college.
Yeah, I know. I'm just explaining the numbers. It doesn't mean if you didn't go to college that you're uneducated, even though technically that would be what it is. It just shows that there's certain critical thinking skills that you could trace back.
Comprehension.
To school. And it's like, I don't know. It's annoying.
Yeah, that was my weirdest moment of the year, for sure. And we are starting down a kind of slippery slope here. I know they always talk about like how empires last for 250 years. And then after that, that's usually when they start to fall off. Obviously, we're in our 248th year. So we're starting to get to that. We're starting to get to the edge, to that fall off point. And certain things are just not making sense anymore, man.
America won't fall off.
I'm not saying it's going.
It's kind of like when the people say like, "Oh, the dollar's going to be valued at zero eventually." That's never going to happen. Just because there's too many other countries who are heavily invested into America. Like the number one GDP in the world is China, and so
this is correct.
China happens to also be the largest foreign country to hold bonds in America, like U.S. government bonds. So if America ever did go down to zero, we're literally taking the rest of the world with us. That's one of the reasons why the dollar is never going to go down to zero, but also why America will never truly fall off. We're in a symbiotic relationship with the majority of the world, but it is going to be an interesting next 4 years. I will say that it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, and I guess the fall off I'm talking about is more so between the divide of first of all, the middle class doesn't even really exist anymore. But the divide between the haves and the have-nots is just widening more and more by the day with AI, with the transfer of wealth with like cryptocurrency. There's a bunch of different factors that are just heightening and accelerating a lot of things within our country and just the world in general. And it's just like, I'm just fearful for the black community. I'm always speaking about the black community. Donald Trump being elected with Project 2025 and a lot of the rhetoric they're spinning and removing a lot of the DEI initiatives. This is not helpful for all the things that were already in motion, like I just touched on. So that's why I thought this was probably the weirdest moment of the year. Not helpful. And I wasn't going to say that the U.S., of course, we're always going to be strong, but there is a slow and steady decline that's going on. We're never going to fall off of the face of the earth. Like, of course, because of the things you touched on. There's a symbiotic relationship with the Chinas of the world, but BRICS and the Russias and Indias and some of these other countries are teaming up, and they're starting to use some of their tactics against us. The same tactics we use for years on them, they're using it against us. So it's just interesting, but that poor timing with Trump getting elected. This is like probably the worst time. So thoughts and prayers, man. What was your weirdest moment, my dog?
My weirdest moment of the year is the diddler.
Fuck.
With all his sexcapades, man. Like, obviously, we found out about everything that was essentially going on. I guess not everything, but some of the things that were happening. We found out about some other things that were happening when it comes to, like, the Cassie lawsuit and a couple of the other lawsuits that, like, came afterwards. And now it essentially opened up a can of worms because everybody came out the woodwork. And obviously, there's credence to a lot of the allegations because he got arrested and he got denied bail. How many times? 3 times. Oh yeah, he not coming back out. It don't matter. So I think that was the weirdest moment, just to see someone who was iconic in the hip hop space be now exposed as the deviant that he is. You know, like it's easy for me to really right away just be like, okay, fuck it, I'm not listening to any of that music anymore. But it's still like, oh shit, like just 18 months ago,
man,
just literally 18 months ago, he was still held in high regard,
man.
So definitely the weirdest moment.
And it's hard to, what I start to realize is I'll just be playing certain records. It's hard to avoid songs that he produced on, or he didn't even have to feature on them. You know what I mean? They could just be his artist on his label. Like that, he was involved in so many different things. It's almost impossible to like just be like, okay, if I was gonna boycott his music, how?
I'm only boycotting his actual songs.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'm gonna play Biggie. Like I have a Biggie record right there. Like I'm gonna play Biggie. If 112 comes on, I'm gonna play 112. If Faith Evans comes on, I'm gonna play with Faith Evans. I'm not gonna play a Diddy track though, which sucks. But like I Need a Girl Part 2.
Yeah, that's what I was. I was playing that. I was
I Need a Girl Part 2 is never gonna come on again.
God,
You got R.I.P. it. You feel me?
dear God, I Need a Girl Part 2.
It's the same thing I did with R. Kelly, man. Ignition remix. That was one of my favorite songs. I haven't listened to it since. It's like, all right.
Hotel.
Oh, it's cool. Man. All right, let's go into some of these projects that dropped this year. Let's start off with some R&B. First,
Okay.
Go start from bottom up. 3, 2, 1. Top 3 albums of the year, and then explain why number 3 is number 3, and then we go and listen to a little bit.
Okay. So just do 3 first.
Yep.
Bet. So number 3, I got Blast. I'll Always Come Find You.
All right. What song you want to represent Blast?
So for Blast, I believe I chose Reason. Thought that was a prototypical Blast type song, even though on this album he experimented a lot and got away from his traditional sound. So
all right, let's listen to a little bit and then talk about it.
It's that real life shit, nigga.
I'm back to get what's mine. I put that to the side, though. We went our separate ways. Since then, ain't been the same. You think I'm running game? No. You stay acting like you don't feel. You heal since you got some new heels. Way back, taught you all them new skills. In a beat trail, think I need a refill. I'm still your lover, I'm not no other, no. Cool with your brother, I know your mother. So, act like you know me, don't get me fucked up, whoa. I'm in your city, come lay up with me. Just give me a reason. My time is so demon.
Why was this Reason album a top 3 R&B album for you?
man, yeah, I've been running back a lot of the projects from this year, and just going through like the R&B projects. There was a lot of really good R&B projects this year. I think it was much better than hip hop this year for sure in 2024. But specifically with this project, like I touched on, he definitely tried to go out of his way to try some new production, went some different directions with stuff. But I thought that overall, I like the way like he broke it up with the discs, and each disc was like a different little, it was almost like a play. So it's like act 1, act 2, act 3, act 4. But I like the progression of it. Not too many misses on there. I think there was only maybe 3 or 4 misses. And it was a pretty long project. I want to say it's and then the deluxe came out. I haven't even listened to the deluxe. So there's actually 25 songs with the deluxe, but the regular album just 20. So yeah, Blast did the shit on this, man.
Yeah, I really like this Blast album. We talked about it on RLS. I was pretty high on it compared to James and Lauren, but you know, I really enjoyed this project. I wasn't sure where to place it, if I could actually place it as like an R&B project, so I ended up just leaving it off altogether. But
okay,
shout out to Blast, man, great album. My number 3 for top 3 R&B projects of the year. I'm gonna go with somebody who had my favorite R&B project last year.
Okay.
Leon Thomas with Mutt. This is Yes It Is.
It's that real life shit, nigga.
When I'm talking to you, I don't know what to say. But I can call up a stranger and talk my whole life away. Milwaukee margaritas, I didn't know that was a thing. Carry me home, marry me now, I promise you everything. Chanel in every city, simply talk dirty. Whoa, whoa, filthy mouth, filthy lips, but my teeth purple. Oh, I know, Bible scriptures on your left eye, verses you don't really live by. All she do is work, fuck, Uber Eats and get high. Never will I fly in close, babe.
Didn't get a chance to review this project, but this is building on the momentum that he already started with last year. He has such a unique voice, and there's a lot of strength in his vocals that you don't always get to see in R&B. And he has the inherent advantage of also being able to produce and like play instruments and things of that nature. So he does come off as a unique one-of-one type of artist. So like when you hear a Leon Thomas song, you know right away, hey, this is Leon Thomas. Like, oh my, this is fire. This is
Man.
So shout out to Leon Thomas.
Man.
And he's great live too. I know a bunch of people that went to his concert yesterday at El Rey.
His show last night.
I had just seen him last year, so I was like, okay, I don't need to go back. But yeah, shout out to Leon Thomas, man. Shout out Leon Thomas. You got anything to say?
About Leon?
Yeah.
Oh, this dude's just amazing. I mean, yo, you gonna see. Give it a few more. We gonna get to it.
Not to mention he was riding before he actually started taking his own personal like music career a little bit more serious. He was like, let me stop being in the background. You feel me? All right, man.
Yeah.
What's
for number 2, I had Lucky Day Algorithm at number 2. We did review this on the pod at one point, and I had pretty glowing reviews on it. But the song I picked today was Blame, which ended up being my favorite song off of there.
All right, let's listen to Blame featuring Teddy Swims.
Don't wear my heart on my sleeve, but you know how much you need.
It's that real life shit, nigga.
And I still can't quite explain it. How I love and how I hate it. Ain't gonna find the energy. Can't deny our chemistry. 'Cause I know there's no escaping all the thoughts I'm entertaining. If I didn't live in a fast lane, I'd probably give you my last name. Can't have it all, baby, honestly. Blame it on my ego. Blame it on my pride. Blame it on nights I'm too selfish to apologize. Blame it on my ego. Blame it on my
Why was this album on your top 3 R&B albums?
Yeah, I had to put this one at number 2 just because, honestly, like, pretty flawless body of work. I think that I touched on this before, but I think that Lucky really took his sound to a different level, and he tried some new things here, and I think he executed them at a pretty good. I think he executed them damn near flawlessly. That's why I had Lucky Day Algorithm at number 2, honestly.
Yeah, shout out to Lucky Day. It's been a long grind for him. This has actually been a good couple years for like older artists, right? Where the maturity is like showing, right? It's kind of like an NBA player like getting drafted after going like 4 years in college, and people might not be as high as them at first, but once they get into the game, it's like, oh no, you know all the fundamentals. Like, you know exactly where you need to be, when you need to cut. Not scared of big moments because you technically have faced more adversity than someone who's young and
like a Drew Holiday type.
Yeah, so I was gonna say Dalton Connect to keep it current, but
okay. You think he's a vet though, or I thought you said he's like
I said older artists that are mature or kind of like draft prospects that have been in college for several years.
Got you.
Know? So
got you.
Yeah, shout out to Lucky Day, man.
What would you have at number 2? Dose.
My number 2 R&B album of the year is from a new artist who caught flames, caught on fire randomly.
That boy.
Through the year, I ended up having to go see a show. I was just like, all right, I gotta see this nigga in person. Shit, it's going crazy. And there were a lot of hoes at the show. I'm gonna let you know.
I know he got them.
There's a lot of hoes at the show. I enjoyed myself.
I know he got them.
Isaiah Falls, Drugs and Lullabies, another album that we talked about on this project. And you know, there's only one song that you gotta play from this album if you're gonna play a song. So let's listen to Florida Baby real quick.
It's that real life shit, nigga.
She a Florida baby. She love it when the sun comes out. Sweetheart, but the thug comes out. Sometimes she gotta put herself in check. She don't take no disrespect. You leaving got no effect, cause she ain't living check to check. Her ass getting fatter now. She in the gym eating better now. She ain't tryna settle down when you ain't got your shit together. She a Florida baby, and she love it when the sun comes out. Sweetheart, but the thug comes out. Sometimes she gotta put herself in check. She don't take no disrespect.
This is one of those albums where the music speaks for itself, man. I was trying to get so many people listening to this shit. It's been a while since I like listened to the album. I was just like, y'all gotta hear this shit. I can't just be the only one listening to this shit at work. Like, I need to talk to people about this. But this is, it's just one of them ones, man. I don't know if he'll ever put out a project that's as good as this. This might be one of those things where like you hear an artist and whatever that first introduction to that artist
is. It's almost like Bryson Tiller, huh?
Yeah. They can never really like live up to that same thing. But yeah, this shit right here. From track 1 all the way down to
was it 12?
Track 12, man.
Yeah.
Less than 30 minutes, 25 minutes in and out. And whether you're on a drive, if you're kicking it with somebody, put that shit on, and they gonna be like, who the fuck is this? And you gotta be like, don't worry about it. Focus on me. Focus on me. Fall in love with me. Don't fall in love with this nigga singing. But
I think you touched on it too when you pulled up to the show about the women there, bro. I think it was impossible not to hear this record through IG or social media because of women just posting it, playing it. Like, I don't know where you're at if you're under a rock, but
facts.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my number 2.
Okay.
What's your favorite R&B album?
Okay, so my favorite, I alluded to it earlier, was EJ's third project he put, but Leon Thomas, Mutt. I selected a different song though. I selected Far-Fetched with him and Ty Dolla $ign. But yeah, let's listen to that one.
It's that real life shit, nigga.
Taking it, never forgiving. When you gon' grow up and put it behind us. Pay for my mistakes and Benzes and diamonds. 250 funny like you is my hardest. 5G just across the Atlantic. We sat in silence for almost 2 hours. You scrolled your phone and we fuck when we landed. Who else gonna come through for you? Had to spin a block for you. Had to spin a block and let you out my sight. Cause once you belong to me, you belong to me for life. Belong to me for life, yeah. She got dreams of love and marriage, but this far-fetched.
Cause if we don't work out, girl, that's a lost check.
Why is Leon Thomas Mutt your favorite R&B album of the year?
Farfetch. You hit on it earlier. There's nothing else I need to really say. This guy he's just a breath of fresh air. He's so unique. Every time I've ever played any of his songs for anybody and they don't know who he is, they're like, wait, who is this? Yeah. And they're immediately a fan. This song specifically just stood out to me. This is actually it's gonna be my second favorite song of the year. So I'm gonna be dropping that wrap up list, the first part on Tuesday. But Farfetch just hit a note for me. Like a lot of times it's like we get so caught up in life and trying to reach a certain pedestal or trying to get to that relationship that's gonna be, I don't know, we're gonna fall deeply and madly into love. And
we romanticize things sometimes as human beings, and sometimes you just need a little reality check where it's just like, hey, nah, with where we're at in life, with the way that life is just set up right now, you know. Those might be some hopeless dreams.
Just enjoy the moment while you can, basically. That's why I love this song, man. And as I get older, I start to take certain things off of pedestals, like love and marriage. Like it's like, just enjoy the moment, man. You might never get this again.
Yep.
So, what you have on one, though?
Shout out to Leon Thomas.
Shout out to Leon. Real nigga, man.
The only reason I didn't have this project as number one, it's a great project, but as a follow-up to Electric Dust was so fucking amazing to me.
Okay, you think it's better than this one?
Oh yeah, 100%.
I have to listen to them back to back.
Electric Dust goes fucking crazy, but this is a great album too, as well. But I had to kind of grade it on a sliding scale where I was just like, he just did this one though.
I gotta listen to them back to back. I'll get back to you.
But both great projects, great back to back. You know, doing a 2-year run is hard to do in music, man. So my number one album of 2024 is a collab album.
Okay.
Yeah, we got Anderson .Paak.
Oh, yeah, Knowledge?
We got Knowledge.
Okay.
We got Yes Lord. No
Yes
Worries. Another album that we did on the pod. So let's listen to Keeper featuring Thundercat.
It's that real life shit, nigga.
They say you're gonna pay the way, and if this was meant to be such a lovely dream, why would you wanna wake me up? Ooh. You drove the knife through my pride. There's no more words to say but goodbye. How you gon' compare me to this guy? He don't love you the way you don't look good in that Honda. Bitch, you supposed to be with me. Bitch.
Yes, loud. This one of them albums that you play for your kids when they get older and be like, hey, what you know about this right here? What you know? You don't know about this right here. That's how this album sounds to me, where it just has a classic sound to it that can cross generations. This is a generational project. If you go ahead and you play this,
he says generational.
A generational project in the sense that you could play this for your parents and they're gonna be like, because it sounds like the music that they were listening to. Other than, like, obviously Anderson .Paak is the singer and he has a unique voice, but this instrumentation, you know, it's just like it's a classic sound, bro. So yeah, it's loud. Every play I give it ends up better. So it's one of them ones. You listening to this project?
I did listen to it.
How you feel about it?
Me and Anderson .Paak have a very interesting relationship.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. In terms of just like his music, like I like him, but sometimes I can't get into him fully. Like, so I'm gonna have to run it back. Let me just say that. I always like to give things a second and third try, but I did listen to it and I was like, okay, but I didn't have it as highly placed as you did.
Yeah, run it back. Make sure you in the car when you do it, or clean, or if you clean the house.
Car test is
grab some wine and just vibe out. Just vibe out. So, all right, that's enough for R&B. Time for the big dogs. You know why we're here. This is the realest hip hop podcast in the world.
Yes, sir.
So we gotta get into the rap.
Let's get back to it, bro.
I get into the rap. I need to add some barking dogs on here for next season.
Bron be doing?
I don't know what Bron be doing.
When he get the N1, he be shrugging 3 times.
Man. Number 3. What you got as number 3 for?
So number 3, I had 21 Savage, American Dream. I love how he. I had a Shoulda Wore a Bonnet with him and Brent Fayez. That was the song I selected.
Shout out to Brent.
It's that real life shit, nigga.
Drop your dot, you know I'm coming. Lace front fucked up, you shoulda wore your bunny. Running from me, running from me, running from me, running from me. Drop the low, I'm coming. I already know it's running from me, girl. It's truly a blessing. You can make all the mess that you want, and that's all that I want. It's for you to run, and in life it's all sin.
Why was this your number 3 rap album of the year?
Yeah, I have this one at number 3. Honestly, this was at number 1 for a good minute this year. But I love the exclamation point that he started off 2024 with. Like, he just came out. This is like in January, I want to say.
Yep.
He just came out the gate with this, and damn near flawless album. Yeah, I just really I like 21 on this one.
Yeah.
No notes. No other notes than that.
Yeah, it came out top of the year. Immediately, I was all like, "This is 21's best album." There wasn't too many negatives for me to say.
I don't know.
You know, outside of like, I wish 21 was a better rapper sometimes, and then some. Also, other times, I wish he wouldn't sing. There's some bad singers I'm cool with. I'm not cool with 21 being a bad singer, but this song's fire.
You feel like he gets lazy sometimes with his bars or like his delivery or rhyme schemes, maybe? It's like he kind of recycles.
Yeah, it just gets kind of boring sometimes.
Ad-libs and everything.
Like over a full project, but
yeah,
it's a really good album. It's a really good album. So, you know, that's at that point, you're just kind of like nitpicking. So, great album.
Trace.
My number 3 album of 2024.
Oh shit, man! What's this thing about to do, man?
This is one of those albums where it's rare for you to have an album that you don't play on the way to the club. You play on the way leaving the club. This is that album for me. This is that album. Late night drives, or just late nights in general. Whether you're in the back of the Uber, slightly faded, throw this shit on.
So you're saying you can play them for both? Leaving and coming back, or leaving for the club and come back.
You can play the other album, going to the club, but they dropped. Dropped the second album.
I see. I got you.
Where you play when you leave.
I know if we.
So Metro, Future, We Still Don't Trust You. This song is called Nights Like This.
It's that real life shit, nigga.
Nights like this, I need all of you. Nights like this, I be calling you. Nights like this, I send a call for you. I've been down, you need to stay. Missing when you're not around and you away. I done blew 300,000, but it's okay. I'm just trying to put a smile on your face. Everything we do is fire. You know that you got it going on. Nights like this, I need all of you. Nights like this, I send a call for you. Nights like this,
I'm kind of on the opposite end of you, Pause. When it comes to like rating rap and R&B. I know you said R&B was a strong year this year.
Okay.
I actually think rap was a stronger year than R&B. It was very tough for me to like minimize it to 3. And if you want to give out some
honorable mentions,
yeah, you can as well. But like
okay.
Schoolboy Q, Blue Lips, Dope G, How Gay Advice Never Heal, Ab Soul, Soul Burger. That was probably my favorite TDE project from this year.
Soul Burger.
That shit was hard. Vince Staples, Dark Times. Like there was the first album that they dropped, We Don't Trust You, featuring Metro. There was so much high quality like rap albums in my opinion this year. It was tough to like keep it just to 3. If I knew it was just gonna be us two doing this episode, I probably would have said, hey, let's do 5 albums each for rap and R&B, because there's a lot of things that just it was hard to cut.
Yeah.
But this right here, this might be one of the best songs Future. R&B Future, even though this is the rap category, because it was a rap album. But when he gets into this bag,
that's why the second album, that's the man.
How did he even come up with that? Like, as someone who's a creative, where it's just like, dang, how did he even? That's like this on all of you. It's like, as somebody who's not a singer, how you come up with that, bro? But,
hey man, Future really deserved his fucking flowers, bro. This nigga dropped 3 projects this year, man.
He did.
He's about to turn. Isn't he turning 40 soon too, bro? Like, and he's been in the game for so many years, bro. Is still balling. Like, nigga, mixtape Pluto is crazy. Like,
yeah. Shout out Future Hendrix, man.
But honorable mention that I had would just be my dog Babyface Ray, man, the kid that did. That was close to making it to my 3. Yeah, D-Town, what up? And what else? You touched on it. Vince Staples too. North. Those would be the main ones I would say. In full disclosure too, so I'm doing my year in wrap-ups right now. I've gotten through songs, EPs, favorite artists, and then R&B albums. I'm working on hip-hop albums like right now, so I haven't been able to run everything back out like to. So I'm like halfway through it. So that's my little disclaimer.
All right, man. What you got? Number 2.
Number 2.
I have a feeling we got
Let me make sure.
the same number 2.
Let me make sure on this. Okay, so on number 2, I did Don Toliver, Hearthstone Psycho.
Different number 2.
Yes. I feel
out.
like our number 1s are gonna be. No, they're not now. Okay, interesting.
It's that real life shit, nigga.
Honey, 20 mil, make it cash on me. Honey, me the lamb with the ass on it. Don't show me that little booty, put some pants on it. But baby, you freaky, make her dance on it. Ever since I got money, I got attitude. Can't be no broke, bitch, I might get mad at you. Can't be no broke, baby, I might get mad at you. Can't be no old, nigga, I might just snatch your boo. All this shit I got it straight out the pie. I got a coupon on a bike, I'm making it hot. Used to ride polos and products, used to put grams on my side. Used to fuck hoes on the corner, now me and baby on the yacht. Honey, 20 mil, make it cash on me. Honey, me the lamb with the ass on it. Don't show me that little booty, put some cash on it.
Why this album? Why was this number 2 in top rap projects of 2024?
Don Toliver a vibe, bro. He's gonna be in my top 3 almost every year, for sure. With songs, and then his albums too are always just damn near flawless. I only had maybe 3 or 4 songs again on this one that I didn't really like. And funny enough, I'm not even mad that you played Attitude, because I wanted to play Glock, but like this is my shit too, bro. Like I'm not even no, bro. Keep this shit. I'm cool.
Okay, that's one you sent.
Oh, that's what I sent?
Yeah.
Okay, I meant to put Glock, but I'm not even mad. Like, this album is that good, bro. Here go Cash Covey. Come on. I got what you need. Man, Don T's really like that, bro.
Yeah.
It's a vibe.
A common trait amongst picks this year are niggas with unique voices and unique sounds where you could easily like just pick them out of the group. Now, I feel like sometimes artists try to be unique, and it doesn't work out because it doesn't sound good, because they're not being themselves. But you could tell that this is just how this nigga sounds. Like, this is just how he sings, right? This is the vibe. Obviously, he came up. He's one of Travis Scott's kids. So if you can imagine Travis Scott with a good singing voice, obviously you're gonna get the immaculate vibes, and that's Don Toliver, man. So shout out Don T. Shout out Don T.
And I was looking back too. He's basically dropped every year, bro.
Yeah, at least
except for 1 year, I think
at least
he didn't.
EP.
But it's like, and his albums be flawless, bro. So yeah, shout out Don T.
You got a lot of early projects on here. First half of the year.
Wait for number one though.
My number 2 just came out.
Oh really?
It's been 2 weeks.
Oh really?
I was debating, should I put this 2, should I put this 3, should I put this 2, should I put this 3? I ended up leaving it at 2. Just because.
I'm surprised.
Are you?
I am a little bit.
I don't know why.
Well, let's see.
There's one album I've been saying, like, since it dropped, I was just like, yo, I don't know if anybody's gonna be able to touch this. But yeah. West Side. West. You got Kendrick Lamar.
West.
GNX. All I ever wanted in my life. Y'all know what
All I ever wanted was a black Grand National. Fuck being rational.
It's that real life shit, nigga.
Me and my bitch got a complicated relationship. She's so controlling, I notice it ain't no playing with her. I met her when I was off the porch as a teenager. She said one day I would right my wrongs and see paper. We started off young, looking for some identity. Made 1,000 mistakes, but never did we like chemistry. Wrapping my hand around your waist, that was back when you did whatever I say. Dreams of selling narcotics, running block or robbing banks. I was in love with you, didn't know what it was with you. Kiss you in back of the glass just to get a buzz with you. Some niggas wanted you, but they weren't committed. They like you, Papa and John Bad.
Obviously, we haven't done a breakdown for this album yet, but a breakdown is coming eventually. I just gotta find some time. But man, this song specifically, like,
Nigga.
one of the best odes to hip hop ever. And you might be like, that's blasphemous, but listen to this shit.
Yeah, man.
Listen to this shit.
SZA on there, angelic. Just even when the beat just cuts on, bro. Like my eyes start watering, bro. Like this shit means something to me, bro. Yeah. Like for real. This Gloria, like I was just playing it on the way up here, bro. Damn near about to cry, bro.
It's one of them ones, man. Like this is a 20 out of 10 when it comes to creativity, where you could take something that has become kind of played out in regards to personifying hip hop or just music in general as a creative, and I knew right away what he was talking about. It's kind of obvious where he's like playing on it, but to be able to go so in depth where it's like, oh no, I'm building a relationship with this thing called hip hop, this thing of ours, and
with his pen
to get to especially right here where he's all like, oh, and then you blocked me. It's just like
writer's block.
It's like, yeah, it's like
crazy.
Like it's like, I love you so much. Like, why the fuck are you leaving me? Type shit. And as an artist myself, I can't. Yeah, this is one of them ones as a project. Obviously, he took it back to the West Side. A lot of West Coast artists on it, but he didn't let that take away from the actual like artistry that he can obviously show. With songs like this, Reincarnated, Luther, it was a
Hard Part 6
healthy balance. So yeah, but instead of having you talk about the project, how about you just name what your number one is, and then you could then go ahead and talk about why it's your number one.
All right, so my number one is also, well, it's not also, but it is GNX. That's what I had at number one. The song I selected was Peekaboo.
What they talking about? They talking about nothing.
Song changes every damn day which one I could go from. It could be Gloria. Like, it just depends on my mood damn near, bro. So I just had to go with this, though.
It's that real life shit, nigga.
What? Look. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. Huh? They ain't talking about nothing. Alright. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. Huh? They ain't talking about nothing. Pickable, I just put them bookers in my chain. Pickable, 80 pointers like a Kobe game. Pickable, 7.62s I make them plank. Pickable, popping out, you better not smell my name. Pickable, put 2 foreigns on a 405. Pickable, Kashi Pepper if I'm doing pasta. Pickable, why you acting tough on IG Live? Pickable, you know my little niggas off they rocker. Pickable, surprise bitch, it's that nigga chicken cheese. Pickable, me FaceTime my op, bitch, I'm in the street.
Hey, Z.
Shout out Ehizoje.
Ehizoje going crazy this year. He was on this album and Schoolboy album. But
why was Kendrick Lamar GNX your #1 rap album of the year?
I had to put him at #1 just because of just the impact that he had this year in general with the beef and just really stamping and cementing his place in hip hop today or this year. There's no more debate about it. He's the one. He got it. And then for him to come back with this project coming off of the Pop Out, there's been a lot of criticism about him. Oh, he don't lean into the West Coast sound. He don't put on local artists. And I feel like he silenced all of that shit. For niggas that weren't listening before, now that he got everybody's attention ears now, he silenced all of that with this project. So, bro, he leaned fully into that. And I just love the energy and the continued momentum coming off of the Pop Out. Like, I'm very excited to see what he drops next too, because I know he has more. But this was very fitting to continue the story that is.
You don't know how much I'm hoping there's a Black Hippie cut on the actual project. I am hoping. It feels like it's leading up to that too.
Yeah.
So you got
touched on it on the Hard Part 6, yeah.
Where he's like mentioning everybody that was instrumental in
how
the beginning days of TDE, and then it's like, okay, we haven't had a Black Hippie cut.
And how he feels bad about his part in Black Hippie not being as big as it should have been.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not putting the energy behind it.
There was supposed to be a project, and he mentions it. He was all like, yeah, like there was supposed to be a Black Hippie project, but I had my own like desires to be great.
Had to get his business in order.
I had to focus on myself. So
be independent, become his own boss. So PG Lane shit. I understand it.
Yeah,
I understand it.
Shout out to all those. Oh man, all those Black Hippie songs from back in the day, man.
Vice City.
Blogger. I'm not even talking about Vice City.
You're talking about okay. You talking about?
Yeah, they had a mixtape back in the day and everything, man. Like, dang. Shout out TD. Shout out to all the TD homies that really was in tune. Bro, this is how full circle my music listening experience has been.
Okay, talk about it.
When I first started listening to Kendrick, I was a sophomore in high school, right? And I remember being in the weight room, like, for basketball, and there's a lot of niggas that love Lil Wayne. And so we would get into arguments over who was the greatest rapper right now. And they'd be like, Lil Wayne this, Lil Wayne that, Lil Wayne this. I'm just like, have y'all listened to Overly Dedicated? like Kendrick Lamar.
OD.
I was like, Kendrick's better than Lil Wayne. They'd be like, no, Lil Wayne got some main styles. I am a group. They would start quoting Lil Wayne bars at me. I was like, bro.
He had a lot of quotables.
I was like, I don't give a fuck about none of that. Bookmark this. Kendrick Lamar is the greatest rapper out right now. And then I want to say, what is that, 2010? So 14 years later, I'm vindicated. It just takes some time. It takes some time. But we here now.
And you touched on the note there and brought it up. Please, whoever is gassing Lil Wayne up, Lil Wayne, one of my goats, bro. Kendrick did not dish you. I don't know what's in your head or who's in your ear. Bro, that bar was not a diss, bro. He's actually showing you respect. He's just like, I got to this position to the point that I got Lil Wayne. I'm disappointed Lil Wayne.
I worked so hard. I let Lil Wayne down.
Like, really think about that. So please, bro, don't. I know you got in the booth. They said, bro, keep that shit.
If anyone should,
not now.
If anyone should feel disrespected, it's J. Cole. That is a J. Cole diss. That is not Lil Wayne diss. Shout out to Let Nas Down by J. Cole because he didn't do enough.
No, but Nas came back on the remix and he said, "No, you didn't let me down, bro."
Yeah, Nas did, but from Kendrick's point of view, it's like you didn't do enough, so you had to write a song called "Let Nas Down."
I see.
I worked so hard.
I see.
That I let him down.
I see.
I let Lil Wayne down. And then he doubles back and says, Lil Nas, or not Lil Nas, my fault. My fault. Nas is the only one who congratulated me
for the Super Bowl.
J. Cole, I know you felt that.
Yikes.
I know that hurt you in your soul.
Yikes.
But
yeah, hold your head, Jermaine.
Shout out GNX, man. Shout out GNX.
Yeah.
My number one rap album of 2024.
I'm really trying to see. Hold up. Let me sit back. Hold up.
There's one person who always, for some reason, I don't understand why they get overlooked when it comes to music, especially now that there's so many female artists out nowadays.
Got you.
And respect to all the female artists that dropped. Shout out to Glorilla. I didn't put her in my honorable mentions, but I should have. I mentioned Doechii. Obviously, Doja had her deluxe drop. There's one artist that can rap with the best of them. And it's not even close. Her name is Rhapsody. She dropped a project called Please Don't Cry. And I have no idea how this wasn't Grammy nominated. Again, shout out to Doechii. Doechii dropped a great album. But if there was going to be a female rapper nominated for Best Rap Album, it should have been this one right here. Please Don't Cry. This Look What You've Done.
It's that real life shit, nigga.
You get chased the bags and foster baguettes. As I proceed to give you what you need, my microphone check. As I proceed to give you what you need, my microphone check. Word to the most high, the most high. No going out bad, chasing the bag. I don't do nothing for trends. Feel like the Bell Patty, mother and soul, I'm carrying twins. Couple of classes, one on the way. Guess I should hop in the Benz. Flying on y'all, flexing on y'all, showing what you and I am. What status with no character? That mirror is gon' stare at me. I face it naked, now I feel like Erica. The world should see. I'm giving y'all a window seat. Priorities, I stand within the gap like I was Yeezy. I know Weezy, know the bridge is weak. Should it break? I know I swim the creek like a fugitive. Talk to God, the source asking, how many mics is this? They told me 5, I told them 7. Jordan Jackson, other Jordan, Phelps, Tyson, Coach K, Epps. I feel like 7. I feel like 7. Mama, daddy, some stars. The days I feel lost, they
Best rapping of the year, in my opinion, best rapping of the year. The songwriting was peak. She's essentially confronting all the comments about her sexuality.
Right.
People projecting how she should look or present herself as a female rapper in the game today, and saying, "Hey, look, fuck y'all. Not only am I going to reclaim my femininity, but I'm gonna show y'all that I'm better at the sport that you're participating in too." This shit right here did not get the love it deserves, bro.
Yeah.
This is my best rap album of the year. I could go back to this, and there were moments on here where she's talking about her life, and I can't relate at all to it.
Man.
Because I am a man. But at the same time,
I am a man.
Goosebumps, bro. Where I'm just like, damn, the storytelling was on 10. Shout out to rap, bro. Shout out to North Carolina. Best rapper,
Carolina.
North Carolina.
Oh shit, that's what we doing. Okay, that's what we doing.
Best rapper out of North Carolina in 2024. Shout out Rhapsody, man.
Okay.
Shout out to fucking Rhapsody, bro.
Man, Rhapsody, bro. I agree with everything you said too, bro. And she's been deserved her flowers. This shit overrated. It's overdue, bro. She's been rapping like this, bro. But I agree, where she took things narratively and the what's the word I'm looking for? How vulnerable she was.
Vulnerable. Okay.
The vulnerability on this album, crazy. I love this joint. I love Asteroids too, with her and Hit Boy. My goodness, she could rap with any, bro. She's rapped with the greatest, with Jay and Kendrick. Like, man. So stop playing with Rhapsody, bro.
Stop playing with
Carolina's
me,
own. He said the best rapper they can.
And was I lying though?
Oh,
was I lying?
Hey,
was I lying?
She naked me.
Look, man.
Hold your head, man.
It's what it is, man. Shout out to rap, bro.
Oh man.
If you're watching this Rhapsody, come on to the pod if you in LA.
That would be dope.
I would love to have an interview.
That would be dope.
All right. Let's go into Best New Artist.
Best New Artist. So best new artist for me, it's not gonna be super crazy. I mean, for us being on the West, and then of course being big fans of TDE, Doechii. That was my best new artist.
Doechii.
Obviously, she dropped her album this year. Amazing reviews. her skill level, performances have already been just amazing just to watch. Like, this is her first like big tour like this, and she's already like, her breath control, the way that she dances, she's delivering the records, her wordplay, just everything, bro. So it just goes again to the TDE's greatness and their artist development. So
yeah, shout out to Doechii. Obviously, if you're watching in sequential order, just talk about Doechii, episode 47. I'll Get Everybody's Never Heal, one of the best albums or best tapes, best projects of the year.
Yeah, was it an album or?
It was a mixtape. She came out and she was like, it was a mixtape.
Okay.
Watch her interview with Ebro. If y'all like artist interviews, it's great. It's insightful. But yeah, man, shout out Doechii, man. I said it last episode, she's going to be a superstar. Like, because the way that she's able to write pop records and still be able to jump into her rap bag is ridiculous. You shouldn't be able to write a Persuasive and then go back and then write a Denial is a River.
Man.
You know, like, that shouldn't happen. But she's able to do that. So shout out Doechii, man.
It's crazy at her shows too. She be rapping with no background vocals. Like, it's just straight instrumental, catching every bar in pocket, live, dancing, twerking, doing everything at the same time, bro. Yeah. This some Beyonce shit we watching, bro. This is not regular. Like, what she's doing, bro. There's nothing regular about what Doechii's doing at Coachella. That's what I'm speaking about specifically. Like, bro, that was Coachella, right? Or what was the big
you talking about at Tyler's Camp Flogna?
Camp Flogna was, sorry. Yeah. I'm trying to remember what the big concert that just happened recently. Okay. But yeah.
When she didn't have no pants on?
Yeah.
I respect it though. Shout out to BBL.
Do your thing.
Shout out to BBL.
And she don't hide it.
She look good.
She don't hide it. And she don't hide it.
Doechii is the right answer. I was trying to be diverse with it though.
Okay. You knew I was gonna pick that.
I thought there was gonna be a bunch of us on the podcast.
Oh, okay.
So I was trying to go out of the box with certain, just so that we could touch.
There should be more people here.
Yeah, just so that we could touch, a lot of different artists. But yeah, Doechii's definitely the right answer. I chose Isaiah Falls. I hope that he continues to progress on whatever momentum that he brought with him in this year. Would definitely like to hear like more shit.
You said that 2 times now. What makes you skeptical about him not being able to continue this?
Because it's iffy. Music comes and goes. We were having a big argument in this rap group chat. I mean, with
I be hearing about this
Cameron
shit.
Winston, man.
I'm glad I'm not in that shit, bro.
Where we were pretty much talking about Meg Thee Stallion. Shout out to Meg. And I said, hey yo, like, Meg's been big since 2018. We don't see too often artists last a full decade, right? So you gotta show something. Like, once you get like big, or once you show like you could like bring in a crowd, you gotta show something year over year, because there's other artists coming right behind you, right? And I was kind of on the point of saying, hey, like, the female rapper like genre is becoming impacted, where there's so much talent that she has to up her album creation up, otherwise she's gonna get surpassed, right? And people disagree.
I don't think she's not an album artist though. She's a single heavy, and then it's just her tours, she's merch and everything. She's not an album artist.
Well, she's not tours either, because they were doing $20 tours this time.
Oh,
so that's why I was just like, hey, it's starting to no Grammy nods. You're supposed to be a media darling. It's supposed to be one of those ones where it's just like, it doesn't matter what the actual product is. You're still gonna be in good favor of all these outlets, and it's kind of looking like because there's so many other options now, and they're so good, so talented. Doechii had just dropped; she barely made the deadline, and she got the Grammy nod. So it's like, you gotta step your shit up. So when it comes to new artists, my last year's best new artist was Jordan Ward. We haven't really heard from him this year. And he's a great artist.
Very quiet. He dropped the EP with him and Junie, but very quiet though.
Yeah, a collaborative EP.
Very quiet.
But like, you never know. You never know. Life happens. Industry politics happen. So you kind of really have to be lucky in this music shit to have longevity. So I just hope Isaiah Falls is able to find his place, and is able to I can't think of the word, but capitalize on the momentum
on
his opportunity. So
yeah, I was just gonna say too with Meg, the only pushback I will give, because I agree with you for the most part, I guess all those things are true. But I did see DJ Artistic. He posted like a graphic about like top 100 records in hip hop this year. Yeah. And Meg was the only black woman that was in the top 100 that had a record in there. So,
I mean, that's cool.
So and Glorilla went crazy, you know what I mean, this year, and she don't have, so.
What was it based off of?
I think it was Billboard. I'm not really sure.
Because how was Glow not on there? Meg didn't have a number one.
I'm trying to remember exactly.
You gotta tell me what the metrics is based off of.
I'll have to. I'll try and send it to you after this.
None of Meg's songs was bigger than Glow got two of them.
But there was a category where it was all male artists, and Meg Thee Stallion was the only female on there, and it was like pretty prestigious. I'm trying to. I'll send it to you. I'll try and look for it and send it to you.
I gotta see what the metric is.
Yeah,
but she might just be a feature artist for the next 4 or 5 years. Let's go artist of the year.
Artist of the year. Let me make sure. Oh yeah, okay. So my artist of the year, I had Glorilla. I felt that
get him Glow.
Yeah. I've touched on this in the past on the pod. She had this Cha 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 song that she had dropped, a single, which was super trash. She got a lot of criticism, a lot of like pushback for that song. She had the big song before that. I forget what it is. What was the song she had dropped?
7 p.m. Friday. 95 degrees.
TGIF came out before that one?
Ain't no big got
It was after. But anyways. But I think that since she dropped that trash ass song, she's had only hits, honestly. And I feel like the women this year definitely kept running hip hop and kept that same momentum they've had going for the past couple years. And she was a standout to me. So I felt it was only right to have Glorilla on there, even with Hold On. And she just kept coming with another hit. Her features too. Man, shout out Glorilla.
Yeah, shout out Glow.
Big Glow.
Artist of the year for me is Kendrick Lamar. I mean, took the throne. Streets know I just strangled me a goat. Shout out Kendrick, man. Won the rap beef and then dropped the album. This is his year. Not Like Us is one of the biggest songs ever. Already surpassed Humble in like all time streams, and Humble's like 15 or is eligible for like 15 times platinum. So that's eventually gonna be a diamond record. And then he solidified, got that, Super Bowl nom. So yeah, shout out to Kendrick, man. That's my artist of the year. What about albums? What was your favorite album of the year?
See, I be knowing it off the top, but I just want to make sure. Okay, yeah. So I had Leon Thomas. I had Mutt. That was my favorite album of the year.
Shout out Leon.
Much the same as what I said before. Just with his unique sound, his voice, just the continued momentum from last year, dropping an album, and I felt, in my opinion, he actually got a little bit better somehow. But and he's even elevating, even with his features and everything. And he's still staying true to himself. I thought that was masterfully done. So Mutt, shout out Leon Thomas, man. Great album. What'd you have?
Album of the year for me was Rhapsody.
Okay.
Rhapsody, Please Don't Cry. Yeah, I went on a little rant about it, but I think this is her at the peak of her powers. And yeah, man, shout out Rhapsody. That was an amazing project. Like I remember listening to it for the first time, and in the middle of it, I was literally speechless in a good way. I was just like, oh my God, like this is amazing music. So yeah, shout out Rhapsody. Any before we start finishing up, is there any non-rap hip hop people you want to shout out?
I do want to shout out Rema. He had a crazy ass album this year, bro.
Shout out Rema.
He completely shifted his sound, a lot of darker undertones with it, and it took me a little while to kind of gravitate to it and latch onto it. But once it did, man, amazing album. So I want to shout him out.
We talked about that album on the pod.
We did.
Shout out to Rema.
We did for sure. I already touched on Future too. I mean, this dude, 3 projects at this age. He's like one of the elder statesmen. Of course, like with the Like That record being a critical part of the whole hip hop beef. I want to shout him out too. Shout out Airplane James, the East Side Los Angeles artist, Diamond Lane. So he dropped the mixtape Road to East Side 3. I'll shout him out too. That's like a new artist you should go check out for sure. Those would be the ones I would say.
But non-hip hop / rap,
my fault.
R&B.
That one was hip hop.
Yeah, it was all hip hop. I was like, damn. But non-hip hop,
I didn't rap, man.
R&B and rap that I would shout. Billie Eilish. I was definitely on we got another Taylor Swift type, which was unfair to her because she was like a teenager. But Hit Me Hard and Soft was one of the best albums I listened to this year. Like songwriting on a different level. And then also The Kid Laroi dropped his deluxe the first time. That shit also amazing high level songwriting. They definitely impressed me when it comes to like the way that they arrange their songs and the lyricism as well. So shout out Billie Eilish, shout out to Kid Laroi. But with that being said, this last guest choice of the year. So is there anything that you want to talk about that we haven't talked about already?
I don't know if there's anything that we haven't. We've kind of touched on a lot of different stuff already within this episode. This has been a pretty well-rounded episode. I feel like we wrapped this up pretty well. I don't really have anything. You got something?
Got nothing.
Nada.
Barely got a voice.
What happened?
I've just been talking.
The mimosas.
Been talking for like 5 hours. Hot takes.
So I said I was going to come in here with a hot take, but because of how I've been preparing, damn, I can't speak, preparing for these year-end wrap-ups, I've been so enveloped into that. I haven't had time to really do the research on what I'm trying to say, so I can't come out and say it yet. But I'm going to keep teasing it. Stay tuned, folks.
All right. I did have a hot take.
Okay.
Ended up using it last episode. So yeah, go back to episode 47 for my hot take on rappers and posthumous albums.
Dig in the archives.
Let's see. Let's go on past the aux, man. What's the song name and artist?
Yeah, so I have a LA artist named Yoshi Vintage. A lot of people, especially nationally, are probably going to start to get to know her because she's on Netflix Rhythm and Flow's newest season, so check her out. But this song is going to be called Surf.
She's also part of the TDE camp. Not officially signed, but affiliated.
Yeah, she be working with Daylight and Solo.
It's that real life shit, nigga.
Now I didn't let too many niggas try to infiltrate my aura. I be creeping through the trenches, all these swipers feel like war. Got an island on my body, baby, call me boy. It get wet on the wave, got some sharks up in my water. I got Roddy in the egg, now I'm driving out to Florida. Your girl looking up to me, like I raised her, she my daughter. I'm the princess if you ever bag me. Bad spoiler, yeah, I'm balling on these niggas in the league every quarter. Come and surf with me, nigga. Got it out the mud, can't take no turf from me. Yeah, stacked up like the Bible, come to church with me. Yeah, why you niggas creeping on my turf? Yeah, come and surf, yeah, come and surf. Surf, 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 surf. Butterfly on my neck, he kissing up on my tat, he tripping up off that text. Put a hit out on my ex, yeah, here come the wave, put on your vest. Good luck on my ex.
So that was Yoshi Vintage off of her EP called Beta. Records called Surf. She also dropped Alpha recently too, so 2 little EPs. Check her out.
I bet. My past out song is off of Conductor Williams' project this year. Conductor, We Have a Problem Part 3.
Conductor.
He has a song with Leon Thomas called Guilty. One of my favorite songs this year.
It's that real life shit, nigga.
How you pay me for loneliness with your disloyalty? guilty of a lot of things, yeah. LA County just don't feel the same without you around. Since he locked you down, how you just pick up and move to some other town? You was my passenger princess, just thuggin'. How you gonna switch like the subject when niggas bluffing? Yeah, you always up and away, caught up in a honeymoon phase. I know your daddy wish he could've done better, but why should I have to pay? We both guilty of a lot of things. Yeah, Lord knows I'm guilty of saying what I mean. Yeah, we're guilty of a lot of things. And by now, your name I should have no recollection of. I should hardly remember us. Ain't no need for catching up. Looking out for the wrong ones is the worst thing that I'm guilty of.
All right, man. Last episode of the season.
I just want to shout out Conductor Williams too. I didn't realize he could get into this R&B bag like this. That's 2 songs now. The joint with Wale on Leon's album too, where it's like he smoked that shit.
Conductor's one of my favorite producers.
Oh my god! But yeah.
Anything you want to say before we sign off? This is gonna be y'all's last song seeing Henndawg.
Man.
So probably like springtime.
2024, it was a good year, man. I just wish nothing but blessings, love, prosperity, more life upon y'all. Hope that y'all keep spreading love in this new year. Keep getting to this money. And if you see me, say what up. Man, we'll be back next year though.
Yes, sir. I want to give a quick shout out to anybody who's been listening, whether you started listening when I first started doing this or you started tapping in this year. Obviously, had made a lot of improvements. Quick shout out to all my co-hosts, Henndawg, Lauren L, the homie James, Indigo Baby, and Imani Lene. Shout out to all my guests that pulled up this year. We're gonna have some more guests while we're in the off season. Just give you a couple one-off episodes whenever I can find time to do so. But until then, we talked about a lot this whole year. Listened to a lot of music this whole year.
Man.
Kept up with a lot of pop culture this whole year. And no matter what, we kept it real. So you know I gotta end the episode same way every time. Keep it real. All the time. And all the time. Keep it real. Yurt.
You're listening to
The Real Life Shit.
The Real Life Shit.
The Real Life Shit.
The Real Life Shit podcast.
Hey, this that real life shit, nigga.